All right. Ooh. We are getting after shoulder day. Get some music on here. Get some favorite band questions going. All right. Shoulder day.
Keep your eyes down. There's some sort of trail. This young man needs our help, you know. It's just for one night. Perhaps you'd like an English name. An English name? Besides, what's the worst that could happen?
All right. How's everybody feeling today? We're going to get after our shoulder press here in a second. We're just trying to get some music set up. It is deload week, so we're not really recording. We're just kind of taking it easy. Why does it keep defaulting to this? I don't understand it. All right, there we go. Yeah, so we're not really recording as much as we normally record in terms of our weights and our logbook and stuff. So we're just basically going deload week. Our new program, we're going through about 4 to 3 sets, depending on the exercise, about 50% of our weight that we normally do through 12 to 15 reps, just trying to get solid motion there, get the joints back healthy and everything before we start our cut. And then we're going from there. Bassin, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. Knew I'd see you today. I was hoping. Glad you're able to be on and join. We're going to do a little bit of a 60% is probably good. All right. So we're starting off with shoulder press here, guys. Pretty straightforward. Again, we're not using our heaviest weights here. We're going about 60% of that, but Bassam, good to have you here, buddy. We're just doing our deload week shoulder day, and we're just going to get through it and see how it goes. All right. All right, so we're back. And unfortunately, my dumbbells are broken, which is awesome. Seems like one thing after another here. Anyway, just can't seem to win. Either way, we're gonna have to do something else for shoulder press, but we'll figure it out. Because now these don't work. So, Olympic bar press it is. Can never seem to win with the at-home gym. Something always goes wrong. So either way, we're gonna move this out. A bit, and we're gonna be adaptable. We're gonna do shoulder press from here. We can move this out just a touch further. So we're just doing straight shoulder press here. Super easy weight, but pretty basic, pretty easy. Abbas Jabir, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. Again, guys, please drop a subscribe and a like. We're just warming up here. We're just getting after kind of a light shoulder day. I'm a little annoyed now because my adjustable dumbbells are trash. They're broken. So it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. We gotta probably get a new set when time and cash affords. Otherwise, we're going to be just doing everything inside the Olympic bars here and inside the thing for the near future. Throw a 5 on this other side here. Then that should be what we're doing. How's everybody's Friday going? Mine was good up until about 5 minutes ago. Same bullshit that goes on. Yeah. It's always something going wrong at the home gym. Yeah. Well, it's just my adjustable dumbbells, which were like kind of the fixture of my home gym, broke. My stream crashed, and then I went to put them down, and they slipped off my leg and fell. And I don't know if they just landed weird or whatever the case is. They broke, and now they're not. They're not okay. So. Might have to spin this around so I'm facing towards it because this isn't feeling the greatest in the world, getting it up off the thing. So we might have to switch it around. Sorry, guys. You're not going to be in as good of a position to watch me do this, but the weight feels a little light. And I know the limiting factor is going to be lifting it off the pegs here. So I'm going to try to jump up to 10 pounds a side and go from there. But how's your guys' Friday going? Good, I hope. I'm just going to finish out this deload day. I know I just started, but I'm already at the point where I just want to finish it out. Kind of ridiculous, right? But normally I like days, but when BS like that happens, it just like kind of ruined my day before it even got started. Got to look at the positive though. Still here, still healthy, still able to lift. It's all that matters. Edgar Z, what's going on? Did you take vitamin D? I do. I take vitamin D3 and K2 every day. So I've already taken mine, even though I don't look like I've seen any sun. Couldn't be better. Awesome. Thanks, Bassam. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate my Friday night. It makes it all better having you guys here with me. So basically front squatting it every time I got to get up with it and stuff. So a little different. It's awesome, man. I'm happy you guys are here with me. Edgar, anybody who's new, guys, please consider dropping a subscribe. We're trying to hit that 200 mark by the end of May. We're at 178. We've been a little bit stuck. We've gone back and forth. We've gone down a little bit, back up a little bit, back down a little bit, back up a little bit. So it'd be nice to just, hit a solid 200. Got a thing going with the community there. Once we hit 200 subscribers, I will just rep out 50 push-ups straight. So if we hit it midstream and you guys see, let me know, and I will jump on the chance to do 50 push-ups straight through. And hopefully that's what we'll do. But again, guys, please drop a subscribe, a like. Let's hit that 200 mark. Let's get these 50 push-ups. And then, easy peasy. One more set here. I'm going to do a fifth set. We did 4, but 2 of them were pretty light, so we had to switch over from the adjustable dumbbells, which broke mid-workout today, which sucks. But no excuses. We're just going to still get after it. And that's it. It's a good number of sets, decent whatever, feeling good. But again, guys, please drop a subscribe if you're new here. I appreciate you guys showing up and being with me here. We're going to move into laterals. So I can kind of turn this around now. We're going to use the bench for these here, guys. So cable lateral raises. So we got to move this out of the way. Sorry, so this is the first week. This is still deload week, so we're not going our super heaviest. But we're just working our way through our new program, getting some experience with it. We got 8 to 12 week cut coming up. So yeah, thanks for hanging out and being a part of it. Start with 20 here. Yeah, glad you guys are here with me. Want to hear about some of your guys' favorite bands. One thing I wanted to do with the streams early on was I'm a big music nut, so I wanted to kind of, get you guys into some of the bands that I'm into and, get a little exposure for like some little known bands and stuff and try to find out stuff my community listens to and find new music. But unfortunately, every time I try to play something on any streaming service, whether it be Twitch, YouTube, anywhere, it kind of it gets muted. My stream gets muted. So funny enough, that's I feel a really good pump from doing them that way. But yeah, guys, drop some of your bands that you like, some music I'd like to share with you guys. So saw back one of my first comments there was Chrissy talking about Dayseeker. I talked about Dayseeker a bunch on some of my earlier streams. They're like I'm a really big fan of them. President, which is like a pretty relatively new band. I've been pretty into them the last little bit. So yeah. Drop some of the stuff that you guys like and let's learn about different music together. Those of you who've been on here for a while that know me, my favorite artist is Dallas Green, City and Color. Very, not super far departure from metal because he is an Alexis on Fire, but yeah, definitely one of my top artists. Yeah, these are toast, unfortunately. They must have just fallen on the wrong spot. And yeah, the adjustable dumbbells are no good, dead. Gotta buy new ones. I mean, I got a good 5 years out of them, so I can't be too upset. So you got cable lateral raises here. Kind of the good part is the constant tension. Oh, Good solid burn out of them, though. I'll take it. So yeah, everything we do with our adjustable dumbbells there, we can pretty much do with the cables. So I'm not too bummed out about it, not too worried that they're toast. We will get another set. Yeah, the only thing that's gonna suck now is like lunges and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to do with the full bar, which is just more tiring, I find. But it's all good. It's not gonna get in the way. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna move on to our cut, keep working through our cut, and yeah. No excuses. No excuses. Today, a little easier. We're going to look at some different ways you can do rear delt flies. We got some shrugs today, so we're actually doing some stuff to train our traps. Yeah, and we'll go from there. So this is a 2-arm cable lateral raises. What's going on, buddy? What's going on, Darius? Thanks for being here. Able Ghost, how you doing? I'm good, man. Good. Having a rough day. Missed it right at the beginning of the stream. We our adjustable 90-pound dumbbells are toast. They're broken. So, you know, Freaks and Geeks by Childish Gambino. Yeah, I love Childish, man. So I saw him at Coachella 2000. It was the year of the Tupac hologram. My wife and I went to Coachella together. Awesome. Yeah, he seems like a cool dude too. I wish I knew him in person. So, but he seems like a good dude. His music's great. So it was 2016? I think my wife and I went there. Maybe I'm thinking too early. I don't even remember now. So we're doing 2 different angles of lateral raises. So this one's like a far lean back kind of upward swing, and then we're gonna do one where today is shoulders. It's glad to see a fellow Gambino fan. Yeah, man, 100%. I'm actually taking my oldest daughter to see Mario tomorrow, and he's the voice of Yoshi too. So I'm doing shoulders, deload week still, but today's training shoulders. I was doing shoulder press, and my stream crashed, and I actually put the dumbbells down. They slipped off my leg and fell, and that's what broke them. It wasn't even a heavy weight, so that sucks. The adjustable dumbbells being toast. I'm going through a breakup. Sorry to hear, man. That sucks. No, it's definitely not fun, man. Definitely not fun. But is there a reason for it? Like, is there, movie is pretty good. Yeah. Also, is that what you went to see? I saw on your Insta. Yeah, you went to check out a movie. Nice. Yeah, was there a reason for the breakup, or was it just things had run its course, or did you trigger it? Did she trigger it? What's going on, man? Let's hear it. 7-year relationship got effed up in one day. It's generally how it happens, man. It usually happens pretty quick. Sorry you're going through that, but can't handle toxicity. Well, I mean, that's good, man. It's good on you to notice it and call it out instead of sitting in it and trying to make it work. You know what I mean? When it's not for you, so to speak. That's one of the hardest things with relationships, right? Especially Yeah, especially if there's something toxic going on or like toxic behavior, and you got to try to cut those type of things quick, because before you know it, you hang around and you get used to comfort and stuff like that. And yeah, you have your level of self-respect. That's good. And why every time best friend jumps in between, don't know. Oh, she had a best friend that gets involved. Yeah, so I have thoughts on that. I had a similar thing in like a high school relationship. And same sort of thing. Like, if they default to the friend, you know where your priorities are, right? Or their priorities are, and where you land on that list of priorities. And it's probably lower than the friend, which is like, you know, I mean, if you're taking a relationship really serious about future potential and stuff, then you should probably, hopefully, rank a little higher, right? But her own brother called me today. She's cheating. Yeah, cheating is like, so one cool thing, like, so you start to like Abel goes, say, you start to have like, you start to learn things about yourself the more relationships you go through. This is what I found with me anyway. And you start to learn what you will and won't tolerate, right? And then, like, so yeah, I got to a point now with my wife, like we had a really good conversation before we got into like a serious relationship, because she went through like a rough one before us getting together. I'd been through a handful of rough ones before meeting my eventual wife. And we had a really good conversation. We are just like, look, like I can deal with pretty much anything, right? Like I've been through a lot. I can deal with, you know, money problems come up. I can deal with bad decisions. I can deal with stuff like that. But both of us are like, what's your bottom line? What's your, like, if this ever happens, I will walk away. I don't care what the cost type thing. And for both of us, that's cheating. And we both said the same thing. We didn't even wait. We're just like, all right, 1, 2, 3, go, cheating. So both of us have that thing. And I, like, to me, that's a line you don't cross. Like you know what I mean? Sorry, what'd you say there? I'm just like, F it. Have my family that loves me, and yeah, and that's it, man. Like you have family and friends that love and care about you, right? And like you have a community of people here that just want to see you be all right and succeed, and a place where you can come and kind of vent and work through it, right? We'll always be here to kind of hear you out and help you with like stuff that we've experienced, and hopefully it's helpful and useful to you. And that's the only thing you can do, man, is take little bits and pieces from other people that have experiences and kind of build them into your life and your thing. And that's it. But you'll be all right, man. Just work through it, and you're looking at it the right way. Yeah, I appreciate it. But that's the thing. Like you get to learn the stuff that you'll will and won't tolerate, and you take that into your next relationship, and you hopefully find somebody you can have value. What's going on, man? Doing good. Good to have you here. Yeah, I think you eventually get to the point where you find someone you can have a conversation like that with, like I had with my wife, and just like, hey, look, like, what are things you don't like? What are things you like? What's like your number one deal breaker that if it happens, you'll just walk away, right? She needed luxury things. Oh, yeah, but you got to stick to especially with that, you got to stick to your principles, right? Because especially if that's what it's about, like luxury items and spending money and stuff like that stuff can run away from you pretty quick, right? And before you know it, you're in like a really bad position. So, yeah, I've been there before. yeah, spent more than I should on stuff and whatever and blah, blah, blah. And it's not a great place to be. Right? I think all of us really at the end of the day just want to be comfortable when it comes to money. I don't think it's funny. I think there is a certain percentage of people that maybe like care to be like crazy, filthy rich, but I think that most people just want to be secure, comfortable, know that they don't have to worry about where their next meal's coming from type deal. Know that the bills are covered and just enjoy life and family and friends. At least that's how I feel. I don't know. I'm sure there's some people that just want to be filthy rich, but and I'm sure I wouldn't turn it down if it was offered to me as long as I didn't have to hurt others to get there. But she didn't need luxury things. She wanted it. Yeah, Darius just hit the nail on the head. It's good you got out of there, man. Because the longer you're there, the more you invest, the worse of a position you put yourself in. But yeah, we're just all dudes just trying to do our best, right? Dudes and girls trying to do our best. But yeah, I think if somebody's asking luxury items and like super expensive stuff of you, that's a massive problem, right? Like if they're not trying to work at it themselves, like it's one thing if they're working towards it for themselves and then you add on to and contribute to that, like that's a really healthy, solid relationship, in my opinion, right? Again, an example, like my wife she's always loved Chanel. As long as she can remember, she's always talked about it as long as we've been in a relationship and stuff like that. And, you know, when we started dating, we were like broke. We were like split a Popeyes meal broke. You know what I mean? I had just like left things, started my own fitness business. Like it was rough for the first little bit. But yeah, and she had always talked about it. And then when we got to a place where we were making a bit of money, like she had saved up some, I had saved up some, we put it together. We got her like a really nice thing that she wanted. And yeah, that's cool. And I don't know, it adds more value too in a stronger relationship. If she's turning to you saying like, hey, you should be getting me this and you should be getting me that, you're right, that's toxic and pretty much disgusting behavior, to be honest. Too many toxic relationships that happens when both parties stay together. Usually gets worse. Yeah. Usually gets worse. And you go down this rabbit hole of eventually being in a position where you just like you resent each other, right? I think that's why so much stuff ends in divorce now. So many people try to like hold on to these bad relationships, toxic relationships for so long. And then you end up in this position where you just like virtually hate each other, right? And it's not worth it. Same the way I feel about cheating, right? Like cheating happens typically when someone's not mature or adult enough to just tell someone like, hey, like this isn't whatever for me. I'm just gonna go do my thing. But actually things is not a problem. I will provide her, but something was not right. I feel I'm open-minded. Let her go. Wants, but she's cheating on me. Trust me. Yeah, if you feel it, it's correct. Yeah. Bessem's right. If you feel it like deeply, like in your bones, there's almost always a reason. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say always because like, yeah, I'm sure people could prove me wrong on that where they're like wrong or whatever. But I mean, for the most part, if you feel it strongly, chances are it's probably correct. Hey, what's going on? I'm sorry, I don't really understand all the stuff in your name there, but thanks for being here. Please drop a subscribe. I appreciate you. Jordan, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Leave her, don't contact her, let her feel your absence. Yep, that's it. They say if you love someone, something, let it go. And if it comes back to you, it's yours. And if it doesn't, it was never really yours to begin with. Is that the saying? Maybe I'm misquoting that, but oh my God, I can never get these straps to work properly. Is there a better one? Yeah, this is a better one. This one sucks. Yeah, I think that's the saying. And I believe that that's true. Use this as tension. Here we go. Sorry, I'm going to come check out the chat there in a second. You see in between these hands here, doing single arm stuff. Yeah, straps over handles. So I find with the strap on my wrist, it's just easier. It takes like kind of my forearm grip out of it and just kind of like more isolated. Because I use the handles for when I was doing multi-cable on like a lean back, kind of like incline lateral raise. So when I'm doing the lean away, I'm trying to keep as much tension on the medial delta as possible. So when I have the strap there, it's easy to kind of come from here, stop about 3/4 before the tension comes off, and just keep kind of 100% tension the whole time. That's why. She wasted my time. Come on, I was loyal for nothing. Yeah, that's frustrating, right? That's the frustrating part for me. Whenever I was in a relationship where there was like someone cheating on someone at the end or whatever, them cheating on me, because I've never cheated on anyone, but yeah, that's the thing that's frustrating to me the most, is the fact that, like, you know, I put in this time and effort and was like devoted, and it's real. So like, don't let anybody tell you like there's reasons. Like, it's funny when I see shows or like hear stories of like guys telling me like, oh, you know, but she was telling me like there's reasons and this is the reason and that's the reason. It's all horseshit, man. Like the reality is that person that would cheat on someone is just a coward, gutless. That's the reality. They can tell you any kind of story they want. They can make up any kind of reason in their head. I don't have many things that I really stand on like crazy firm. But if you cheat on someone, that's just my honest opinion. You lack empathy and you're gutless. Because just think of how easy, especially nowadays, like how easy it is. We have cell phones, right? You can just text someone and say like, hey, 1,000% gutless. You could just text someone and be like, hey, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I found someone else. Sorry, I'm breaking up with you. And then do it. To me, that you've earned more respect doing that, even though it's like breaking up over a text, which is still shitty. Don't get me wrong. But you still earn more respect than that, than just going out and cheating on somebody. And then after the fact being like, oh, I messed up. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's because you didn't pay enough attention to me. Like, that's what I mean. Like, that type of thing is, yeah, no empathy, gutless, no integrity. That's another good one. Yeah, like, you have, like, most people have a cell phone in their pocket at any time. You can text, you can whatever, or better yet, just don't do it. And then go home, see the person and be like, hey, yeah, clearly this isn't right. Abin, what's going on? Thanks for being here. And guys, if you're new, please drop a subscribe. We have an awesome community here, training 8 days a week, or doing workouts 8 days a week, hanging out together. But yeah, don't fall for manipulation. That's 100%. In my experience, the people that do cheat almost always have a sob story about the reason. you know, your mom dressed you funny one day, so now I'm upset and I had to go find someone else who doesn't dress funny. Like, whatever, it's all nonsense, right? You don't pay enough attention to me. You don't listen. Whatever the thing is, it's nonsense. There is no good reason, is the reality. No valid reason why you would do that to somebody. That's why I've never cheated on anyone my whole life. I always tell the story about like a couple opportunities I've had and I still turned them down, walked away, didn't do it. I have one like crazy story if you guys want to hear it. But yeah, the idea is like I wouldn't be able to live with the notion that I was the type of person that would do something like that to somebody. But it is what it is, right? Hey man, I'm glad we can help. This is what this community is for, right? A place to hang out and support each other and be positive, and hopefully you guys learn a thing or two about fitness and we can do stuff together, right? Oh, thanks guys. I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm the best person ever. I make a ton of mistakes, but yeah, like just as an example. So when I think I told you guys a bunch of times about like our rugby tour. I went on rugby tour end of high school. And I have friends that can vouch for this story. Yeah, we went out. I was in a relationship at the time, and we like a big thing in the UK is going out and drinking, and we went out and had drinks and stuff like that. And there was two girls that were friends that invited my friend and I to go to their like flat or their apartment or whatever, and we said no, we couldn't because whatever. And then the two girls were like, no, we want like him to come home with us for like a three-way, right? And I was like, and I said, I'm like, no, sorry guys, I have a girlfriend. And they're like, what, are you serious? And the amount of like ripping I got from the guys the entire rest of the trip was huge. The Magger Top Shagger with the song When You Put It All In. The Magger Top Shaggers. I'll check it out. Magger Top Shaggers When You Put It All In. All right. Awesome. But yeah, so and yeah, I said no, obviously, and then I came back, and funny enough, the girlfriend I had at the time cheated on me while I was away. So, talk about bad. Abel Ghost. Sorry, you had another one back here. Did I miss it? Love the channel, by the way. Honestly, best person. He's awesome. Is that the one you put, Abel Ghost, or the one before that? What do you guys think, Bass and Jackson? Is that the one? I really appreciate it if that's what you mean, but to find out your other half is cheating, yeah, and it's before that. Before that, I have what do you guys think? She wasted my time, loyal for nothing. Yeah, that sucks. You have proof of it. And I see one message retracted, and then luxury things is not the problem. Those are the last ones I see. Can you retype it? Because I see one message retracted. I don't know if that was like you took it back or if the system shut it down or whatever. But yeah, if you can put it again, I don't see it in the chat there, Abel Ghost. But I'm happy to acknowledge anything you say, buddy. I'm happy we could be here for you, though, dude. Sorry you're going through that, and I know it's not the most fun thing in the world. But yeah, that was a sobering experience. But it's the same thing. Like it taught me like at the time you feel bad that you went through, like you missed out on something that would have been a crazy experience and stuff like that. But I think that's when I actually made the decision that I'm just not the type of person. Doesn't matter how much those guys made fun of me. It doesn't matter how much I felt stupid for missing out on that experience and stuff. I'm just not the type of person that could do that. I just can't cheat on somebody. It's not who I am. Even if, something in me was like, oh, have to experience this way, I just couldn't do it. It's not me. But the thing is too, if you know that, eventually you start drawing those type of people to you too that are like you. And then like my wife has been through similar experiences when she was younger, like had boyfriends and stuff that she was loyal to that like cheated on her. So let me type it again. Okay, thanks, Abel Ghost. I appreciate it. Sorry, buddy. Ray Petty and the song Cold Cane. All right, I'll check that out too. I'll give it a listen. Yeah, actually, I'm going to type in, hold on, let's see if it allows me to type an answer. It doesn't let me type an answer. That sucks. If you guys get a chance, check out President Fearless or President Angel Wings are two really good songs right now that I'm kind of stuck on. Yeah, so it's all experiences though, man. It's all life's about. Just coming to terms with the person that you want to be and living securely and safely, and just knowing that that's who you are, and not making excuses for it or feeling any sort of bad for it. It is what it is. Like I said, there's like three things in life or in the world that I think are just like non-negotiable things. And for like one is for men, women, and children are off limits. That's one thing that doesn't matter what anybody says, you can never change my mind. So women and children should never be hit, never be abused, stuff like that. Doesn't matter what the scenario. Self-defense is one thing, but like, yeah, women and children off limits. And then two is just like cheating is the dumbest thing ever. I don't know why it's even a thing. It doesn't make any sense to me. So for shrugs, for traps, I do two things. Just to kind of show you guys. So your trap is like, most people think of traps as just shrugs and just this muscle up here, right? Coming from your shoulder up. But your traps is this entire muscle right here, right? Kind of running up from the middle of your back out and all the way up. So I do two different things. I'll do like your standard shrugs, right? Standard shrugs. And then usually what I'll do is I'll grab a cable lengthways and I'll actually pull back and around, kind of like that, because it's responsible for two different motions. But I'm excited to check out all these songs. I got 3-4 songs now from people to check out in the chat. I'm going to check it out after this workout. Pretty straightforward. It's that something is wrong with my chat. I don't know, I've typed it, but you're not able to see it. Weird. Hold on, let me check. So I have two devices running here. I always do that so I can kind of see. Maybe I can see it from earlier on. No, unfortunately, I don't see it, man. Sorry, man. I don't see it, unfortunately. But again, guys, if you're new here and you guys haven't subscribed already, please do. Really appreciate it. We're trying to grow. We're at 178 of our 200, but none of the other channels, it's also the same. Well, I have the standard kind of, what's it called? Like safety mark stuff on. So I don't know if it'll just block out certain things, but okay, we're gonna do behind the back shrug this time just to see if we can get a different angle on it. Pretty straightforward. Hey, me, Rehan. Rehan, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Ooh, shrugs. Yeah, yeah. YouTube got so much sensitive. I know, eh? Rehan, thanks for being here, guys. If you're new, please drop a subscribe. Helps me out a ton. How old is your daughter? My oldest, I have two daughters. I have one who is 5 and one who is just about to turn 2. Christian Gross, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. I was going to do a bit on working the upper traps through shrugs on Insta. Yeah, you should, man. 100%. I was actually just talking about it, Darius. I know you just got back. I actually do 2 things for my shrugs. Today I'm just doing the one, but normally what you'll see is a superset between those because it's deload week. Because your trap is this whole muscle basically from top of your skull all the way into your shoulder blades, right? So I do 2. I do shrugs, and then I actually do like either heavy dumbbell and I actually kind of pull back and up, or I'll do like a cable with a handle and same sort of thing, like one side or 2 sides back and up to get kind of the midpoint of the trap as well. Oh, why behind the back? Just a different angle. I do forward too. So my first set was in front of me, coming back and up to get higher point of the trap. I find when I'm down back here, I kind of get more of this, like my scapula's shoulder blade. Sorry, I always use the technical term, but kind of retracted better. So I get kind of more of the middle here. But when I'm in front, I find I get more kind of like the muscles you can see from the front, or the portions of it from the front, burn a little more. But Nate's Cali Fitness, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, just walking people through my program. I'm in deload week right now, about to go on to a cut for 18 weeks. But do I consume wheat? I do. I'm a big believer in whole grains, and wheat doesn't bother me that much, but I understand some people have a sensitivity. Again, guys, please drop a subscribe and a like. We're trying to get to 200. We're almost there. We're at 178. Be careful with rolling. Yeah, I try. No, I don't roll my shoulders. Like I will never actually like physically roll my shoulders. What I'll do is I'll actually hold behind me at a wider grip, and I'll kind of come back and up. Like you can see kind of the difference there versus when I'm in front of me. The difference is kind of more levator as opposed to the medial traps, because I want thickness through my whole upper back, right? Dad passed away today. Oh my God, Rehan, I'm sorry, buddy. That's terrible. Saw this while watching YouTube shorts. Awesome, man. I'm glad I brought you here. I'm sorry your dad passed away, Rehan. That's terrible. Was he sick, or was it did it kind of come out of nowhere? And again, guys, if you subscribe, if you're new here and you subscribe to me, I will subscribe back to you. We can grow together. We got a great community of people. I'm always shouting out other accounts and stuff that I think we can all grow together. You guys will see my regulars if you're on here. They're all great people. Oh my God. But yeah, Rehan, I'm really sorry, man. That's horrible. Thanks, Nate. I appreciate it. I'll subscribe to you back as soon as we're done here. Why aren't you reading my text? Nia, I didn't see you say anything. I apologize. What'd you say? You said I saw this while watching on YouTube Shorts. Awesome. I'm glad it popped up. Rianne, so sorry. Yeah, Rianne, I'm sorry, buddy. Smash the like button. Yes, please do, guys. I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, we're sorry for your loss, brother. It's never easy. Don't really want to talk about it. Totally understand, man. But we're here as a community. Hello, it's okay. Awesome, Nia. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so once I hit, my idea was once I hit 200 subscribers, I want to do like a subscriber giveaway. I did one on my Instagram around the holidays, giving away a digital scale, custom macro program and workout program and stuff by me. I'd love to do that again. Calisthenics, I don't actually. It's one thing I wish I got like better at, but I don't. Traps make your neck look bigger. Yeah. So I always, I used to always get made fun of in high school by even my like good friends. They used to tell me I had an ostrich neck. So I've done some work to try to make my neck thicker. I actually used to do like the strap around the head with the plate hanging off, and I do like the raises to try to make my neck thicker, but not able to see my chats. I'm seeing some of them, Able Ghost, but I haven't seen anything. I've read everything kind of. Do a fishing lure giveaway? Yeah. Oh, you're a big fisher, right? Upper traps more neglected than the rear delts. I don't know that I can prove you wrong because I don't know that I disagree. Yeah, I think I probably agree with you on that one. Because I think people just kind of leave it for when they're doing like, I don't know, upright rows, stuff like that. YouTube is banning me, I think. I have to create a new account. Maybe, but a lot of your stuff is showing up. I don't know why that would be. All right, so we're going on to abs. So that was basically the main part of today's just shoulders. Can't wait for there to be more intensity when you guys see next week. We'll be on the full program, better intensity. This again is just deload, guys, so don't worry too much. I promise I'm not just some guy who just barely tries hard with his workouts. This is what deload week's all about. Hopefully to be fully rested, healthy joints for next week when we get onto our full cut. The diet has already changed. The only thing that's got to change is the intensity, and then we'll start seeing how things cut up nicely. But OFCC is what it says there, Nia. I don't know if my favorite band is Gorillaz and favorite song is Feel Good Inc. Good song. I like it. What a shout. Basson, what's going on? Nia TY. Thank you. All right, so we're going into weighted crunches. We have here, let me just make sure I got the right program up here. Weighted crunches, and then toe touch crunches for the lower abs, which is fine. And I'm just going to flip over from one to the other. So a big one on this, I'm actually going to try to see if I can show you guys this from the side here, doing it on the bench, is I find a lot of times you see people do like this massive motion. And once you get to like, basically you got to think of it, your rectus abs, their only point is to take the bottom of your rib cage and flex it towards your hips. So that amount of motion is really all you need to really activate kind of the part of the abs that you're going to be working there. So you'll see I don't have a ton of motion there, but I can really feel the contraction. And I learned that over time because as I was doing like bigger sweeping motions, I actually felt my like obliques doing more work. At least the rear delts get hit with rows and pull downs. Yeah, like exactly. Unless you're doing like clean and presses like that, it's tough to get like the upper part of the traps. But yeah, when you're doing like T-bar rows and stuff, you are hitting rear delts or wide rows, right? YouTube is banning me for sure. YouTube because I have some concern. Because I speak the truth. I mailed YouTube because I have some concern. And only after that it started to happen. Weird. Do you find it easy to train calves? I do. I actually like training calves. All right, Nia, have a good one. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I actually like training calves, but I find like a lot of these things I've found over time, like training calves, I find that I get the best out of it when I train like really high rep and I get like a crazy burn. I find when I do super heavy, I actually don't get as much out of it with calves, which I know is probably counterintuitive, but I was also like a thicker kid, so I kind of have like the chubby guy calves, the cankles. Okay, and toe tap crunches, pretty straightforward. I think you guys can see me here. Just smack my head on my leg curl. That's basically the superset. 3 rounds of that, and that's it. Pretty straightforward, right? I apologize for not asking you questions today. And apart from that, speaking nonsense. No, you don't need to apologize, dude. That's it. I just love having you guys here and having good conversation. That's what matters the most. Sorry you're going through the issues with I liked its stream only though. I joined. Yeah, I'm sorry that that started to happen to you. Yeah, I enjoy training calves. I'll usually have like a good like it's not that I go light, I'll still use a decent amount of weight. I'll just kind of go for higher reps and like kind of rest pause. So like I'll aim for like say a 30 rep set, but I'll rest pause. So I'll get like 10, 15, rest for a second, shake them out, rest 10, 15, shake them out 10, 15. Because they are an endurance muscle after all, more so than a lot of your other muscles. So I don't mind kind of pushing them that way. And you get like a crazy burn, right? You build up this crazy amount of lactic acid. The calves burn like nuts. And because I found when I was training like super heavy, I'd get a lot of like those. You guys got those cramps in the middle of the night when you're sleeping and you stretch and your calf cramps up and you have to wake up and slam your foot on the ground and wiggle your toes to get rid of it. Those are the worst. But yeah, I've ever since I switched to the higher rep with like moderate weight, I've never had that same. You gonna grow a beard? I want to. My line of work doesn't allow me to, unfortunately. I used to actually have. I had a man bun, believe it or not. Middle point of COVID, like 21, 22. I had a man bun, and my beard. I grew it out pretty thick. Looking like a U.S. Marine today. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I had a man bun and a pretty long beard, but then I got moved into a position where I was like more client. My focus now is client facing. So and it's in a really like suit and tie, prim and proper industry, unfortunately. So yeah, that had to go, unfortunately, but I would like to. So you know what's funny that you mentioned that about the U.S. Marine thing. So funny enough, I travel to the States like fairly often, or just travel around fairly often for work and whatnot. And funny enough, people always ask me about like if I'm in the military and stuff. I always say no. I'm not like one of those stolen valor type people, but I wonder what it is about me that gives off that impression. But yeah, I get asked often, were you doing modeling in your past? Yeah, so yeah, I've done some modeling. Like I have some pictures and stuff I could show you guys on my Insta and whatnot. But yeah, I did some photo shoots for I did some work for some companies of like dress clothes up here in Canada that are like prestigious and well made. I did some photo shoots with guys that were like the photographers for H&M. I have some of those photo shoots. Yes, I own all the training equipment for sure. Yeah. Ford Farquad, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Please drop a follow, a subscribe. Helps me out a bunch. We're building an awesome community here. Would like you to be part of it. Wheat and Irish potatoes make me grow a belly. So yeah, I think it just depends on, yeah, and I've done like a bunch of other stuff. I actually just got an affiliate link. There's like fit clothes that I like. You guys see me wear nerdy shirts all the time. There's this thing called Fit Fanatics. It's like one of those Instagram brands, but they make like nerdy inspired like workout clothes. They're basically just like t-shirts with like Ninja Turtle gym mashup, or like Back to the Future and gym mashup, and or anime stuff and gym mashup, right? So I like it for me, and they just like gave me basically a discount code. So I haven't put anything out yet, but yeah, I get requests and stuff. I don't know. I like taking pictures with friends and family. But yeah, other than that, it's been interesting. Maybe one day I'll be one of those Gymshark young LA guys. Probably not. Although I have heard, because my favorite style of track pants, I have a hard time finding track pants that I like, that fit me like the way I like. And a friend of mine was telling me the other day when I was discussing like what it was that I like about certain track pants, he was saying Young LA are like the perfect ones. I just can't justify spending like $130 on two pieces of clothes. That's crazy. To me anyway. Unless they're um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I get it. That you're multi-talented. That's how you get rich. I mean, hopefully. Again, like I was saying earlier, my thing is like my goal one day is just to be comfortable, right? Just to know bills are paid. I got enough in the bank to make sure my kids are all right, and that I'm not worried about where my next meal is coming from, right? Like I grew up in kind of a rough situation. We didn't always have a ton of food in the cabinets, stuff like that. It's burning like crazy. So, yeah, if I can avoid that experience for my kids, then that's a success for me. And don't get me wrong, if I don't have to do anything to hurt anybody else, like I can just do the things that I love and whatever, and that and I get wealthy doing that, super happy about it. And I won't turn it down, but it is what it is. But that's basically it, guys, for deload day. So this program is the new program for fat loss. Tomorrow is going to be arms, cardio in the morning and arms. And then Sunday will be just cardio in the morning. And you'll see as this goes. So like this is deload week. Next week we'll be back to my normal weights, heavier weights, doing the same program. If you guys are new here, you can please subscribe, drop a like, comment. Everything helps out a ton. And then you can follow me on any of my socials, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, all at Baddiedaddydiaries. Love to have you guys there. If you have any questions about health, fitness, supplements, ask me on there. Shoot me a DM. I don't charge for it. I'm just happy to help people out. And yeah, again, I don't know if he's still here, but yeah, to our buddy Rehan, I'm sorry about your father. It's not awesome. I will do a giveaway, and once we hit 200 subscribers, I will rep the 50 push-ups. Sending you guys lots of love and positivity going into the weekend. We'll see you tomorrow for cardio and for arms. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Lots of love, and we'll see you tomorrow. Later.